Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Muhammad Daniel bin Farouk and today we are going to present our engineering math assignment and we are from group 9 and our group name is APA Melayu. We have 4 members in this group. Our first member is Muhammad Daniel bin Farouk, that is me, and our second member is Abdul Aziz bin Mariani and our third member is Syarul Aziz bin Muhammad Shah and lastly we have Muhammad Arif Ahmad bin Muhammad Razi. Okay, introduction. Application of integration in daily life. We came across various geometrical shapes such as a square, rectangles, triangles, circles, and so on. So in this chapter, we discuss how to solve the problem that involve finding area of region, volumes by the cylindrical shells, and outline and the surface area. There are two subtopics related to this topic that are area of region and the surface area. Okay, first area of region. We shall use the definite integrals to obtain the area of region bounded between a curve. The step to find the area of region between two curves is the bounded is the x-axis. First, you need to sketch the graph and then determine the bounded region, and then determine the endpoint. Then determine the upper fx and the lower gfs. Function using the vertical line test, or we call it as a VLT, and then we find the area of bounded region. If the boundary region is at the y-axis, we sketch the graph and then determine the boundary region. Then determine the endpoint, then determine the right, fy, and the left, gy function using the horizontal line test, or we call it a HLT. And lastly, we find the area of bounded region. Surface area, or the symbol is S. So for the purposes of the derivation of the formula, rotating the continuous function y equal to fx in the interval AB about the x-axis. We also need to assume that the derivative is continuous on AB. Below is a sketch of a function and the solid of revolution we get by rotating the function about the x-axis. The surface area of a solid is determined by the following formula. If the surface area is at x-axis, you can use the formula that is left to me. If the surface area is a y, at the y-axis, you can use the formula that is right to me.
Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera. My name is Muhammad Arif Ahmad Muhammad Razi, number matrix AA200254, and today I will be discussing about our minutes of meeting and the problem background. So our first Google Meet, it was conducted on the 7th of January 2021. Uh, it was held from 9 p.m. till 10 p.m. via Google Meet. Luckily, each and everyone of our member attended the Google Meet. During the Google Meet, there was a few activities that were done, such as ice breaking. We also re-explained the rules and important notes about the project. We also divided the job scope to make it well balanced, and we scheduled the date for our next Google Meet. As for our second Google Meet, we conducted the second Google Meet on the 7th of January, a week after our first meet. It was held from 9 p.m. till 10:30 p.m. Also via Google Meet. It was also attended by everyone. So during the Google Meet, we identified each and everyone's progression since our first Google Meet. We also reminded everyone for the due date for our project. So we also laid out a few of our ideas for the video presentation and our slide. We Lastly, we set a due date for the submission for our video presentation. As for our problem background, our madam gave us study case number 1, which is area plus surface area for 15 marks. The question is, a farmer who wishes to purchase this land would want to know exactly how large an area. Based on the ground plan, the land is bounded by the y-axis on the west, the x equals to 100 in the south. The lake described by the function y equals to square root 2x over 10 in brackets power of 2 plus 60 minus x in the north, and the line x equals to 1000 in the east. As the owner of the land, you decided to do an earlier calculation so that the sell and purchase process will be fast and smooth. You start by sketch the graph and finding the area of the land. Then you also want to find the surface area of the land. So my fellow friend Aziz now my fellow friend Aziz will give us the solution for our case study. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Abdul Aziz bin Mariani. My metric number is AA200311 and today I would like to discuss with you guys about solution for case 1. So from the question, we need to build one graph so that we know the area. The equation tells us that x-axis in south, x equal to 100 in west, x equal to 1000 in east, and this equation in north. So this equation we turn it into something that we more understand. So I turn it into this equation and I can get y equal to 1 over 50 x the power of 2 minus x plus 60. So the equation asks us to find the area. So how to find the area? First thing first, we need to know the endpoint. How we can get the endpoint? From the graph. What is the endpoint? The endpoint is x equal to 100 and x equal to 1000. So we use this equation and we turn it into the integration formula. After that, we integrate the equation until it becomes like this. Next, we put these two values into the equation and we minus it. After we minus it, we can get the area. 6,219,000 units. Next, the question asks us to find the surface area. So we use the same formula from the initial part, y over 1 over 50 x to the power of 2 minus x plus 60. Then we differentiate the equation and the answer for differentiation is 1 over 25x minus 1. Next, we find this equation 1 plus dy over dx to the power of 2 and the answer is 1 plus 1 over 25x minus 1 the power of 2. Why we find all this stuff? Because we want to apply it into this equation. So why we use this equation? We use it because from the question it happened in an x-axis. So this equation is the accurate one to solve this problem. So the equation is s equal to 2 pi dA y times square root 1 plus dy over dx the power of 2 dx. Next, we put all this stuff into the formula and we can get the equation s equal to 2 pi 1100 times with 1 over 50 x to the power of 2 minus x plus 60 times with square root 1 plus 1 over 25x minus 1 the power of 2 dx. This equation also the function for this equation. Because of we can directly simplify the function, so I decided to use trapezoidal rule to help me to solve this problem. So as what we can see here, this is the trapezoidal rule table and the h for this trapezoidal rule is equal to 50. For this answer 74490.28 is the sum of this part, and for this answer 3272376.03 is the sum of this part. We also can consider this answer as a u and this answer as a v to help us put the answer into the equation later. The information we get from the table is h equal to 50, a equal to 100, and b equal to 1000. So this is the formula for trapezoidal rule, dA fx dx equal to h over 2 times u plus 2v. So this is the previous equation, and we equate with 50 over 2 times with 744,090.28 plus 2 times with 327,2376.03. So the answer, we will get 182221058.5. After we get this answer, we need to go back to the surface area formula. Because of why? We need to times this answer with 2 pi. 2 pi times with 182221058.5, we can get the answer of surface area, which is 1144,928,677 unit. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So my name Muhammad Syahrul Azim bin Muhammad Shah, and matrix number AA200-632. So now I want to explain to all of you about Filar table. So this is our Met Engineering project. So for the facts, first, a farmer wishing to purchase the land. The farmer wants to know large an area of the land. 3. The ground plan show that the land is bounded by the y-axis on the west. 4. X equal to 100 in south. 5. Lake in the north described by the function given. Right? The function, you see the function. So number 6, line in the east equal to x equal 1000. So number 7, I'm as an owner of the land. 8. As an earlier calculation, I sketch the graph and finding the area of the land. And 9, I also want to find the surface area of the land. So this is a fact. For the ideas, first, draft the ground plan first. Second, calculate the lag in the north use as the function given. So this is a function, same. So number 3, application of differentiation, maximum and minimum and extreme values. Calculate the area of the land. Sketch the graph after finding the extreme point and inflection point. Find the surface area of the land by using what we learned from derivative of value. For learning issues, how ground plan after we draft. How to calculate the lag in the north by using application of differentiation. How to find the extreme point and inflection point to sketch the graph. What will we get for surface area after we using a derivative of volume method. And resource we need, make a discussion from our group about the method to find the solution for complete the case. Number 2, do some research from library, but be online, right? Number 3, refer the textbook about differentiation. And lastly, identify the easily and the short method about the solution for this case. So, yes.
Result and discussion. For the case study number 1, that is using area as surface area, the question is based on the chapter 6, that is application of integration. A farmer who wishing to purchase a land and want to know how the large of area of the land. Based on the question, the land is bounded at the y-axis on the west. The x is equal to 100 in the south. First step is we need to plot a graph to know the area. We can get the endpoint based on the graph that we draw. The endpoint is x equal to 100 and x equal to 1000. After that, we use the equation that that's already given and expand it. After expand it, then turn the equation into integration. Substitute the minimum point and the maximum point into the equation and solve it. We will get the answer is 6,219,000 unit. For the surface area, use the initial formula and differentiate the initial equation. Next, the equation is added with 1 plus dy per dx to the power of 2. For the surface area, we need to do this step is because of the to substitute the equation into surface area formula. We use a trapezoidal rule table to simplify the equation. Okay, that's all from our group 9. I hope you all understand what we are presenting about. If you have any question, don't forget to ask it lah. Okay, that's all. Bye.